Good morning, boys. I truly just got up. Woke up probably about 10 minutes ago and got that half sleepy eye. See? Boy, I'm tired. But I love you, Romeo. I love you, Casanova. Um, Today, the reason I called the title what I did is sometimes when it comes to doing chores, you're going to feel really bored. There's people out there who can get a chore or a task and dive into it and sing and dance and be happy while they're doing it. And you're probably not going to be that person. I'm not. You're gonna get bored fast while doing it. You're gonna wish you weren't doing it, and you'll probably end up being mad at the person who told you to do it, or if you had to do it on your own, you forgot. You might procrastinate and put it off. I learned at a very young age, though, how to deal with chores I didn't want to do, and I'm gonna give you some of that advice right now. I'm not gonna tell you that chores can be fun. That's crap. They're not fun. That's why they're called a chore. They're called fun if they're fun. They call it chore. Chore is something you need to do what you don't want to do. Um, well, what I used to do, I'll give you an example. When it came to clean my room, I figured this out when I was like 10 years old, 11 years old. If my mom came in me and said, "Clean your room, boy," um, a clean your room task doesn't have a time frame. Usually, it's one of those situations where you can't leave your room until you clean it, or you can't go outside until you clean it. It's just it doesn't really have an end time. When you're done cleaning it, you can do something else. So what I used to do was I would section my room off mentally in my head into like say 6 or 7 sections. And I would play a game while I was cleaning my room. But I play a game that like was measurable, I guess you can say. Like say I play football. Football has 4 quarters in it. I would play 1 quarter of football and then clean up a section of my room. And that way I knew when I got done cleaning my section, I got a reward. I got to play more of my video game. But I also was strict on myself about it. If I played a quarter of football, no matter what, I had to pause the game and clean my room and clean that section. So I would go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But it broke up the monotonous, the boredom of just cleaning my room straight for an hour and a half. Instead of taking an hour and a half to clean my room, it might have took me 2.5 hours to clean my room. But it was 2.5 hours. I didn't even notice I was cleaning my room. It was like it went kind of fast because I had a goal, and I broke cleaning my room down instead of being an hour and a half task. I broke it down to 15, 20 minute tasks. Because I mean, if I had sectioned this corner off, um, this corner of the room might take 5 minutes to clean because it's not that bad. And now I'm playing game again for 10, 15 minutes. Then I see the next section. It might take me 15, 20 minutes for the next section, but it didn't seem that long because I knew as soon as I got done with that section, I go right back to playing my game. Another thing you can do is play music if you can. Sometimes you might not have a device to play it, or you can't play it too loud or whatever. But playing music, and again, how I did it with music was I would listen to my song, I hang out, maybe um, song's 3, 4 minutes long. When the song's over, I start cleaning the section, but I only clean until that song is over. So I clean in 3 to 4 minute sections. So that way I clean for 3 or 4 minutes. So the song's over, I stop cleaning, maybe do some push-ups, sit-ups, look at my games, um, text somebody if I had texting, whatever I need to do. And then when the next song comes on, I went over and I cleaned part of my room. That doesn't stop with cleaning. It works with a lot of stuff. Doing your homework can be a chore. You know, no one told you to do it, but it has to be done. And again, usually homework does have a deadline, but it's not a deadline in the sense of an hour you have to do it or 2 hours. You're at home. It's homework. You might have it due by Friday, or it might even be due by tomorrow, but it's not due by no time period that same day. So I would do the same thing. I used to play SimCity. And so with SimCity, there's a lot of time where your game's idle, or it's just sitting there, you're waiting for people, the city to grow. I'm pretty sure in Sims you probably have if you're playing with the people version, Sims, you probably have nap time when they sleep, stuff like that. And so when I found breaking points is when I would do my homework. I remember I could have math problems and say I was supposed to do 20 math problems. Well, 20 divides by 5, so I do 4 math problems, then I play a quarter of football. And then I do 4 more math problems, and then I play a quarter of football. Or say I wanted to break it up with not games, say I wanted to break it up with exercise. I would do 4 math problems, and then I do 25 jumping jacks. Then I do 4 math problems, then I do 25 sit-ups. Or I can break it up with music. I do 4 or 5 math problems, listen to 2 songs. When the 2 songs are done, I do 4 more math problems. You got to break up the monotonous, the boredom of chores. That's why it's called choredom. Because chores and boredom go hand in hand. You know, doesn't work as well with doing something like dishes because dishes is a task that usually can be knocked out pretty fast. And doing jumping jacks with a wet floor around you might not be the safest thing to do, or laying down on the kitchen floor to do some setups might not work, or running back to your room to play a quarter football while the dishes are in sync and your hands are all wet and the controller. Dishes is a little bit harder to get around with that, but usually you can play music. And that makes it a little bit easier. And even if you have like, say you have you're lucky enough to have a um, 3-part sink, where you have to wash, rinse, and dry. Maybe you can wash all the dishes at one point. Then if you're playing a game like say play a quarter of football or basketball or a period of hockey, whatever your sport is, baseball, go through one inning. That's faster. Go through one inning, go and put them and rinse them. Go back play another inning, dry them, and you're done. And now you finish your game. There's always ways to break it up. I don't recommend getting other people involved in your breaking up though, because you can't control how long they're going to talk. As you probably can tell from my video, sons. You can't control how long they're going to talk. You can't control what interesting subject they might bring up that makes you want to talk more. What negative subject they might bring up that makes you not want to deal with the chore you're doing. You know, it's easier to do it by yourself. Also, if one of you guys can't do your chore and you see the other one struggling, help your brother out. Help your sibling. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt for you to do extra chore too. It makes you a little bit stronger, and it doesn't make them weaker. It's just that don't be a sucker though. If they get you to do the dishes every single day, that's a problem. But there's gonna be times where you're gonna need help, and this might not be that time. They need help instead of you, but they're going to be quicker to help you if you help them when they need help. I've always had a motto, and I'm pretty sure I said it before now. If everyone gives 110% and they truly know they're giving it, then everyone's going to be happy because no one's going to feel left out. They're not going to feel used. They're going to feel that the other side's not trying that hard. They're going to feel um, that their efforts are worth it. I've always tried to live by the model, give 110%. But since someone starts slacking, someone's giving 10, maybe 80%, and you're giving 100, you're gonna feel like you're being used. And the sad thing, usually it's not you that will make the problem. It's the person who's giving less because they're feeling guilty for giving less because they're breaking weak and they realize it. And so they gotta find a flaw with you because you're trying hard, you're doing the best you can, but they still gotta find a flaw with you. And like I said, that could be your sibling doing that to you. If they are, if daddy's around, you come get me. I'll straighten it out in a heartbeat. 110% is what we all supposed to give. You know, and you might be doing math right now, thinking, "Yeah, there's not more than 110% an effort. That's all you gave. All you got is 100%." No, no. There's always reserves. There's always something you can dig in, and you pull it out. Trust me, I've done sports my whole life. And there's always been moments where I feel that's all I had. It's all I had. But it's the moment, and the moment you can rise up. There are stories out there of women whose the car falls on top of the kid, or some heavy bookshelf falls on top of the kid, and there's a woman weighs like a half of what the bookshelf weighs, or a third of what the bookshelf weighs, and somehow she lifts this thing off her kid. you know and then usually what's weird is they don't even hurt themselves. You lift something heavy when you're not, all worked up, and you pull a back, pull a muscle, something like that. But there's stories of these people doing Herculean type feats without any injury to themselves because they just it's that extra. Ugh, they hulked up for no better word right now. Um, so just make sure, like I say, if you get a task, I'm not saying sometimes you're gonna half-ass it. We all do, you know. But don't make that who you are. Let that be a bad example, a moment where you felt like this isn't me today, but I could do better tomorrow. But like I said, one way to help with chores though, is to break up the monotonous of it. Find a way to make it not so mundane, um, boring. In case you guys are too young to know, not those words. You don't want to be bored. When you get bored doing a chore, then you don't ever want to really do it again. I never met anyone who hated doing dishes that all of a sudden one time said, "Well, you know what? I love doing dishes now." No, no, no. They got to the hate part because they got tired of doing the same thing over and 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 over. That's why they started to hate it. Because I don't mind doing dishes. I don't like doing dishes. I don't mind cleaning the toilet if I have to. I kind of getting towards hating doing the toilet, but again, there it is because I put some chores off longer than other chores. I don't like doing the toilet, so the toilet doesn't get clean as fast as the dishes does. And then when I go in there, I don't want to deal with that toilet that's been sitting there so damn long. But some chores you just gotta knock them out. Yeah, like toilet, I don't recommend splitting up. I mean, the best you can do with clean something like that is the soak phase or whatever. Put some chemicals down and let it set for a little bit, and then come back and knock it out. That's all I can do. But in the bathroom, say clean the bathroom, break that up. You gotta clean the shower, you gotta clean the toilet, you gotta clean the sink, you gotta clean the floor. That's four tasks right there. There's a football game right there. First quarter, you clean the shower. Second quarter, you clean the toilet. Third quarter, you clean the sink. Fourth quarter, you clean the floor. And you still gotta do what you like to do, but you got what you also had to do. You got what you had to do done. You got it out of the way. So don't suffer from Choredom. Okay, make sure you find a way to break up that boredomness that will come from doing chores. And again, if you get used to doing chores, eventually, when someone does them for you, because you'll have kids or you'll have a significant other that doesn't mind doing them, you will be able to show truly to them that you're grateful for them doing it. Because you know what they're doing something you didn't want to do what you were doing, and now they're taking that task from you. How can you not be happy with them? You know, the only way you can be happy with them is if you can't find happiness in yourself. So there's my little words of advice, little nuggets for the day. Um, I'm gonna get going. I love you guys. Like I say, I just woke up and got a lot of things I gotta take care of today. Today's gonna be an interesting day. But I love you boys, and I will talk to you in the AM of tomorrow. Oh, real fast, boys. If for some reason I don't do video in the early mornings because a lot of stuff came up first, and I will still get one done as the course of the day goes. I guarantee you that. I am not gonna forget this. You guys are still the centerpieces of my world. I love you.